More Japanese comments. I wish I could read that. And I mean, they are big in Japan, but not in Europe. But still, like, the way they're performing here, you know, it feels like they're superstars in the beatbox scene. Yo, what's up, my current featured beatbox? Welcome back to another analysis video with your boy Madox, aka Today I'm going to check out Rofu at the GBB 2021. They're really one of my favorite tag teams because they're so funny. And of course, they're also amazing musicians. So let's check them out, but before I go and watch the video, I'm gonna check out some comments. Let's read some comments. Holy shit, most of the comments are Japanese. How should I read that? Shintaro, I need you, my translator.
Shintaro, nice to meet you.
216, the first tag team embedding audiences shout in their beat. Wait, what did I do there? Yeah, oh my gosh. Such entertainers. Can't wait to see the whole video. That mask off bass was so good. 356, so satisfying. Hiro is fire, fire. Okay, normally no spoilers, but maybe just a little part. Okay, just a little part, just a little. The rest we're gonna keep for later. More Japanese comments. I wish I could read that. No clue what this is.
Can you translate, please?
I don't understand.
1 point for the translator.
Okay, so I think the following comment is actually Rofu in a nutshell. Hiro's so damn solid, such a good combo with Fuga's chaotic energy. I love it. I feel like he's a dad taking his son out to the playground. Yeah, kinda true. Fuga's like, all the time. And Hiro's just like, calm, you know. He's not annoyed, he's just calm, you know. He's just observing what's happening, but still supporting Fuga. And good combo, really love these guys. For me also the funny thing is I think Fuga just by himself maybe would be a bit too chaotic. On the other hand, Hiro could be a bit too boring if he would act like this all the time. But them together, perfect match. It's a match. I haven't laughed this hard in ages. Rofu will go down as one of the funniest tag team in history. Yeah, I'm not sure if there was any tag team that was ever funnier than these guys. I mean, we had Unity Team, they had some funny parts, but their focus was a bit more on skill. And otherwise, thinking of tag teams, I think there was no one really focusing on comedy on stage. We have, for example, maybe you remember, for example, it was Mando and Chlorophyll. They were also really funny on stage, but I would say more of an old school vibe. In the new school, we have Rofu now. It's incredible how they build their beats with their volume. They start off really soft and the rise of their power is just amazing. Not to mention they have the best synergy in any tag team we've seen. They are exactly like yin and yang. They're the perfect tag team. So you're saying they're pretty good with their structure, right? You know what? Let's get into the analysis. Let me analyze that. Stop! E.T. Beatbox.
We are love from Japan. We are love from Japan.
Nice clothing, by the way.
We are
love from Japan. Make some noise!
all right.
That's nice. Voice player and bass player. So good.
This is the Rockstar chicken.
You big this good, kicking out count
Okay.
No. We are not from Japan. Make some noise. Okay, please listen to our original song. This song is called People. People, down. 무리. People, fucking mask off. Yo, Chad!
Oh my gosh. Such a good performance. Oh my gosh. Okay, first impression. Really amazing performance. They're really focusing on delivering a really great performance and they're just smashing it. I really love it. I really love their both characters on stage. Fuga has this crazy energy all the time, while Hiro is like the anchor. He's like really clean. He's performing all the beats for Fuga. So Fuga just can hop on top of it and like do whatever he wants to. But it still feels really controlled while they're doing it. It doesn't feel chaotic, to be honest. But you know what? Let's go into the details.
We are ROFU Japan. We are ROFU Japan. We are
ROFU Japan. Make some noise.
It's already the beginning, you know? Like, I think a lot of people didn't know Rofu before. Although they're pretty huge in Japan, they have a big YouTube channel. But I think internationally, not so well known yet because their YouTube channel is also in Japanese. So I love to watch it because just love the energy, but I have no clue what they're saying. So when they started with Fuga being on stage and we are from Japan, I think some people thought, or maybe thought like, they could be serious, you know? But then Hiro is switching on Fuga and he's shouting into the microphone and this is a perfect crowd pleaser. Simple, efficient.
All right.
And then they start with this, oh my gosh, with the Lion King theme song. It's so perfectly done. Like, I mean, Fuga is actually performing it really well, despite being a joke. I mean, it's meant to be a joke, but then still, he has the voice. It's freaking sick. It's really, really awesome. And Hiro is just perfectly complementing it with his bass. So, really dope, you know? It's simple, it's effective, it's entertaining. It's funny also like when he goes up with his voice. There's like this voice crack, but I love it. It has even more of this comedy aspect. Really, really love it. It's really nice, you know? And it's just like this little voice crack, but you still have this feeling like he has control over it, you know? And I think that's what makes it even funnier because I really think he did the voice crack on purpose. I could tell he could just perform it really clean, but he was choosing not to do it just to be even funnier. After the short Lion King intro, they switched into something else. Fuga was announcing something. Sadly, I don't understand what he's saying there. Yeah, but then he turns around to take off his jacket. Yeah, and it's like funny. It has this sexy element, but in a comedy way. And also what Hiro does here is like the simplest beat you could do. But it creates suspense, you know, people are like, what's gonna happen? And then, you know, there's no build-up, nothing. They just straight go into the hook line. Buddy, you're my boy, man, a big thing. Wait, what is the lyrics of this? Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. Okay. So it's a shame. Queen, I don't even know the most famous Queen lyrics. Bro, I gotta work on my lyrics. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your call all over the place, singing we will rock you. That's the closest I can get to this. Oh my gosh. Woo. Let's check out how they were doing it.
You big disgrace, kicking your cowl all over the place again.
The actual hook line was performed by the audience themselves, but I really love it, you know. It's like, it feels like superstars on stage, you know. And I mean, they are big in Japan, but not in Europe. But still, like, the way they're performing here, you know, it feels like they're superstars in the beatbox scene. It's so funny that Fuga starts singing the hook line. And, I mean, the singing is really off when he sings the hook line, but it doesn't matter in this moment because that's his character, you know. He's pretending to not be a good singer, and it really works, you know. He sells it. It's a performance element. I'm really often talking about performance elements, and when people doing something that is on purpose a mistake, that's a performance element for me. And in this case, I think this mistake really works. It really fits to the character of Fuga. And it's also an amazing contrast to Hiro, who's really on point all the time, really clean, good drums, good bass lines, everything is super clean. Good contrast here. Then they directly switched into something really like subtle and melancholic. And I mean, it's not really melancholic because they're still like in the comedy role, but I really love the control of them, like how they control the dynamics on stage. They're switching really fast from super, super hype to really, really low in energy. And that's really, really nice. That's super good. That's what I wish to see for a lot of beatboxers. Most beatboxers think, especially like new schoolers, you need to go on stage and just smash it, show your best drops, show your best technicality, your craziest sounds, and then you're gonna win the competition. But no, being high energetic all the time can get boring really fast. So Rofu are masters in controlling the dynamics. Then this moment when Fuga is just leaving the stage, Hiro still is on stage doing the most minimalistic beat, you know, so people have the feeling of, okay, it's kind of still going, you know? He does the least thing to keep the attention of the crowd, but it works.
No, we are not going to make some noise. Okay, please listen to our original song. This song is called People.
After that, I was switching to the original song, and what is the lyrics? Is it people? Is it FIFO? Does it even mean something? I'm not really sure. I'm always bad in understanding lyrics. With Rofu, I could even imagine they didn't even use a real word. Let me know in the comments if you know what the lyrics are. Then I start with an easy build up, but the cleanliness of the sounds, you know, like the control, like just the kick of Hiro, you know, like he does a really minimalistic beat, but it builds some groove, you know, and then the way Fuga is performing on top of it, just with hi-hats, you know, it's enough to like hype up people, you know, to create a momentum.
People, down.
The only thing I didn't really understand was the drop. At this point, I'm not sure if just the mix is horrible or it feels like there's only stuff happening like in the bass section, a little bit in the highs with the hi-hats and with the snares, but there's nothing in the mids. So for being a drop, this doesn't really sound full to me. But then again, the break in between, it's so funny, Fuga picking up some water to drink. But yeah, again, you can tell they have full control over what they do. Especially Hiro, he knows exactly what's going on, what's happening. So he directly turns down the volume while Hiro is picking up his water. So Fuga feels like he's really chaotic, but because Hiro is carrying him so well, it doesn't feel chaotic at all. It's just a really well-planned performance. And then they go straight back to the drop. That's funny.
People. Fucking mask off.
Then no transition. They directly switch into a cover, which is Mask Off. I also love this cover because it's again just fucking around with the crowd and the judges. But I have to admit, Hiro actually has a really nice lip roll. Only problem is that he's not really on pitch, especially like the low note. I think he's not hitting the pitch correctly here, so it sounds a little bit unclean. So I think especially because it's so minimalistic, if he would hit the lip roll in a perfect pitch, then this would be amazing. It would be really impressive. It's still really impressive, but yeah, the pitch problems, they could improve that. Yeah, and then Fuga adds this opera singing into it, and it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious. But actually, you know, like if you be really picky and listen closely, his pitch is actually pretty good with it, you know. So it's not just stupidity. This guy actually has skill while he does his comedy. Yeah, and then at the end of the performance, or at least you think it's the end of the performance, you see there's lots of time left on the clock. And at the beginning, I really thought, okay, maybe yeah, for real, they don't know what to do right now. But then they come back to the intro. And so I'm not sure if this was improvised. If it was improvised, they're really good in interaction because they're hitting the note right on the spot at the same time. So it feels like they were discussing like, okay, let's end it up like this. Probably they were planning it out, so I don't know. But yeah, it felt like, they kind of lost track. But then at the end, you see, okay, they're still there. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yo, Chad!
Yeah, so conclusion. In terms of structure and performance, I think Rofu are geniuses. It's insane how much control they have on stage. I really love how much control they have over their dynamics. The quick switches between the energy levels are really dope. And also the interaction between Hiro and Fuga is just golden. For me, they had two little issues, like the one drop that I mentioned with the original song, People. I would wish to have some mids inside of this drop, so it sounds fuller. And on the Mask Off cover, Hiro could work on the pitch, because there's a really high focus on the lip roll because you don't really hear anything else. So if the pitch would be really clean, I think they could even improve their performance. Otherwise, in general, because it's a GBB performance, I think here and there they could show something like sound-wise that is more original, or skill-wise show a little bit of skill in between where you think like, oh my gosh, they're actually world-class beatboxers. But this feedback is also really opinion-based. I think it's still a really amazing performance. And as you could see, they made it to the battles. So they didn't even had to implement some more skillful beats into their performance. And most probably they did it on purpose to not use some new school sounds or flex with their skills. And because the performance was so outstanding, I think, yeah, they didn't need it to still come into the battles. So yeah, congrats to Rofu for this amazing performance. I really loved it to watch. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Quick and easy. If you enjoy my content, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. And if you want to see me playing Guess the Beatboxer with Rofu, check this video right here. It's pretty funny. We also have the translator of Rofu inside because the English is not that bad, but that's what it makes it funny. So you really should check this video.